Hey guys, Mike here at MH Tutorials, and welcome back to another modeling video. All right, so I got a request to create a set of buildings that have some similarity to the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur, but more with a sci-fi twist. Okay, so without any reference except what I saw as far as what was going on in Kuala Lumpur, we're gonna get started. Okay. I'm going to start by creating an external semi-round elevator unit, okay? And that's going to be on the outside of the building, all right? So for that, we're going to take a polygon cylinder, we're going to pull that up, all right? We're going to give that some subdivision, not too much. 20 would probably be fine. We're going to smooth that out later, all right? And then we're going to go into the top. I'm going to right click, go to face, drag select this half, and we're going to delete that. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to right click, go to edge, and we're going to double click on that outer edge, and we're going to go to edit mesh, and under edge to extrude. Where do you go? Right there. And we're going to hit W, and we're going to pull that out to about that. All right. Then with that edge selected, we're going to go to mesh and fill hole. All right. We're going to go up to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, and let's do multiple, and we'll do two, and we'll add them right there. We're going to hit R, and we're going to stretch them out until we're equal distance from top and bottom. Okay. Then right-click Face, and we're going to select these faces, not that one, and select these faces and not that one. All right. And we're going to go to Edit Mesh and Extrude Under Face. And let's do 0.25, which looks okay. All right. Then, excuse me, we're going to create a door opening for the people to get out of the elevator, which makes sense, right? Edit Mesh, Extrude Under Face. Hit R to scale in to about there. G to repeat, W to push in. Okay, we're going to push that in a little bit to about there. G to repeat, R to scale in, and we'll do, let's do that. All right, G to repeat, W to pull out, G to repeat, R to scale in, and G to repeat, and W to push in. All right, and then we're going to right click on a face. We're going to take that face and delete it. Okay, now this elevator setup needs to be held by rails, obviously. Okay, and we will be creating them on the sides. Okay, so we need to come up with some kind of system that looks realistic, and we're going to turn this into glass later on. Okay, but let's see how we're going to do that. We're probably going to do that by running cylinders right through here. Okay, so what you would get is a polygon cylinder. Make that nice and thin, and we'll worry about the length later when we're setting that up properly. Okay, we're going to go to our top view. We're going to hit 4, and let's move that in and scale it down a little bit. Object mode, come on. Doesn't want to scale for some reason, or at least not easily. Hit W, we're going to bring that in to about there. And we're going to hit Control D to duplicate. And let's move it over to this end, right there. Okay. So we got these two. Let's bring them down a little bit. Excuse me. Once we have the, oops, I moved it a little bit. Once we have the appropriate height for our building, we can further develop that real system. Okay, cool. All right, now for the base of our building. Okay, we want this to be sloping at the bottom, but obviously the elevator has to go straight up. Okay, so with our elevator as a basis, what we're going to do is we're going to create a polygon cube. I'm going to bring that up just a little, and we're kind of going to move that around our elevator. So we're going to go to our polycube tab, set the translate values to 0, so it's nice and centered. We're going to hit 4 for wireframe mode, and our elevator, we're just going to combine these. Mesh combine. Okay, that seems to be all right. Okay, so we're going to push this guy back a little. Hit W, move that back to about there. Go back to 5. And now we are going to move to this view right here. Go back to Mesh Tools, into the Edge Loop tool, and that's still at 2 if I'm correct. So if we add 2, there we go. We can hit R and we can start to stretch them out just a little, not too much. All right, looks good. And we'll just bring this guy up, right-click Object Mode. Just set it on our ground plane here. Come on. It's bouncing around a bit. That's all right. Okay. So now we're going to right-click on a face. We're going to take these two faces. I'm going to go to Edit Mesh and Extrude. We're going to hit W. We're going to pull that out to, yeah, that's about right. Okay. And then we're going to take these faces, Edit Mesh, Extrude, and we're going to hit W and we're going to pull that up. Let's just kind of look at the scale here. That should probably be a bit higher than that. That looks okay. And then we're going to go in and we're going to right click on a vertex and we're going to take these 4 vertices. Looks like I got them all 4. It's hard to see. No, we only got 3. So I want that one as well. There we go. We're going to move that in. So that will give us something like this. All right. Okay, cool. Then right click face, take these 2 and these 2, and we're going to go up to Edit Mesh, Extrude. We're going to hit R and we're going to pull them out. Not too much. And then we're going to hit W and we're going to start to push that in a little bit. Like so. G to repeat. R to scale out again. And W to move in a bit further. That's not bad. Okay. And we'll leave it at that for now. And now we can move into our elevator shaft. Actually, we'll do that later. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to create some windows here. All right. So we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box. Let's do 8 subdivisions. Let's add them right there. Hit Q on our keyboard. Okay. Now let's see what makes sense. That is going to be our elevator area. So we obviously need to have people get out of the elevator at some point, which kind of makes sense, right? But these will be sliding glass doors, so we're going to change them into glass. We're not going to remove them. We will, however, do, let's see, we'll do these in glass, and we'll do the same here. All right, that kind of makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to do that right now. So right click, assign new material. Come on. MIA_X, material tab, presets. And we'll do glass solid and replace. So we can see where our windows are going to be. Okay. And while we're at it, we're going to take the elevator section here. So face. And I want the faces that are going around. Right click, assign existing material. I want them to be glass as well. All right. Cool. Okay. So now that we got that, let's add a little bit of detail. So we're going to go back to, where do you go? Mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box. We'll do 2, and we'll add them here and here. There we go. Q on your keyboard, right click face, and we're going to select these and these. And we're going to go to edit mesh, extrude under face, hit W, pull them out just a little. Okay. And then we're going to zoom in, right click edge. We're going to take these edges. All right. And we're going to go to edit mesh and bevel under edge, which will give us a little bit of detail there. All right. Okay, so that's our initial shape. Now we want to have some secondary buildings, if you will. Okay, so we're going to right click on a face and at ground level, we'll take these 4, go to edit mesh, extrude, hit R, and we're going to pull them out. Let's see if that makes sense. Yeah, it's not bad. And we're going to hit W and we're going to push them forward just a little. All right. And then we're going to hit G to repeat, R to scale out. To about there. Okay, looks good. Then we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, Single Edge Loop. We're going to put an edge up there. We're going to hit Q on a keyboard, right-click face, and we're going to select the surrounding faces, but just for the extensions that we made. All right. Edit Mesh, Extrude under face, hit R. That looks a bit off, guys. Just hang on. Just go back a few steps. Edit mesh, extrude 0.2. Let's see if that's enough. It's just enough to give a little bit of detail there. So that kind of looks okay. Now we want to have some doors down here just to give it a little bit more realism. Okay, so again, edit mesh, sorry, mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box, multiple and two, and we'll add two there and two there. Okay, hit Q on your keyboard, right click face. We're going to select these two faces, edit mesh, extrude 0.15. Let's just hit F to zoom in so we can see if that is enough. Not really. 0.5. Let's see. Yeah, that will work. Okay. And then on the offset, sorry, we're going to hit G, and then on the offset, we're going to bring that in, and then G to repeat, and W to push in. So that should work. And then we're going to take right click face. We're going to select these two faces. Right click assign existing material, MIA material. So that's our glass doors. There we go. All right. And then we're going to take it from here. So we're going to go back to the top and we're going to select these faces, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that up, and hit R and scale it in just slightly, G to repeat, W to pull up, R to scale in just a little bit, G to repeat, W to pull up, too bad there. Then we're going to bring down the selection a bit, too bad there, edit mesh, extrude, hit W to bring up, maybe that's a bit much, R to scale in, and we'll take this guy and edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that up, and hit R and scale in. That is starting to look okay. And then we're going to create a antenna or flag or whatnot, okay? So we're going to take a little polygon cylinder, that's some height. We're going to move that. Let's check that from our top view. Okay, so let's see if we can get that close to where it needs to be. Have to zoom in. That would be right there. And we're going to hit R and we're going to scale that guy down. And let's do that. Okay, scale it in some more. Have to zoom in. That's about right. And then we'll go to edit mesh, mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box, single edge. Let's see, do I want to do that? No, I do not. Excuse me. We're going to add a cylinder. Let's hit W and move that to, hey, hang on. Oh, it's all the way over there. So we're going to snap that, or close to anyway. Needs to go over there. Have to zoom in. That's right. R to scale in. That Scaling seems to be a bit tricky today for some reason. Don't know why. We're going to hit 4. W, bring that way up. Have to zoom in. And we're going to scale that in a little bit more. 5. We're going to W, we're going to bring that up to about there. And we're going to right click our vertex, take the top vertices and bring that up a little bit. All right. Okay. So now that we got that, what we're going to do is just shut this down. We're going to figure out how high our elevator needs to go, and we're going to create some windows here. So that is pretty much at every level. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to right click on the face, and I'm just going to take these face rows here, assign existing material, MIA material, so that entire column is glass. All right, cool. And then what we'll do is we will copy this guy over. Okay, so we're going to drag select the whole thing, mesh, combine. It doesn't want to play ball for some reason. Maybe it's already combined, not sure. Object mode, that will probably help. Mesh, combine, there we go. Now, this is where I usually mess up. Okay, so we want to copy this in -Z, if I am correct, okay? So edit, duplicate special, option box, edit, reset settings. We want an instance, and we want it to scale in -1. And let's give that a try. And believe it or not, it worked. Okay. Which is kind of neat. All right. So let's see if we have everything, and it looks like we have. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a walkway between these two. Maybe give it a little bit more distance, like so. And let's see what we've got going on here. We'll first combine these two, mesh, combine. Okay. And we'll right click, go to face, delete that face, and delete that face. And we're going to move in, right click, go to edge, and I'm going to select that square of edges on that one, and we're going to go to bridge under edge. Okay, now that thing doesn't look sexy at all, so we're going to need to work on that a little bit. So we are going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, 2, add them right there, hit R, and we're going to scale them up to about so. And then we're going to right click, go to face, and we'll take these faces and these faces. All right. Edit mesh, extrude, and let's tweak that thickness and bring that in. Maybe even this far. And we're going to right click, assign existing material, and again glass, which is kind of neat because now you can look inside the building right there. Okay. Now we want this to be supported in some way, right? So what we'll do there is we will, let's see, that's going to be a bit tricky, but We'll take this face here and that face right there. Edit mesh, extrude, hit R, and we're going to pull them out. And we're going to hit W, and we're going to push them up. And obviously, we're going to need to tweak this. So we are going to this view right here. Close this down so we can see what we're doing. All right. So let's see. That seems to be, let's see, we'll do this. Just trying to figure this out, guys. Right click vertex, we'll take that one and that one. Hit R. No, those are fine. We'll take this. And we're going to hit R and we're going to push them out. Let's see how that looks. It's not bad. And again, not really a lot of detail going on there, so let's see if we can help that. I'm going to select these two and these two. Edit mesh, extrude. We're going to hit, no, we're not going to hit R, sorry. Go back. So I've got these four. Edit mesh, extrude. Let's tweak that thickness. Let's get in close so we can see what's going on. Trying to get it from the right angle. There we go. Just bring it in slightly and then tweak the offset. That looks kind of cool. All right. All right, not bad. Then, just to give this a little bit more detail, take these two, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that up, R, scale that in, G to repeat, W to pull that up, and R to scale that in quite a bit, and then G to repeat, W to pull up, and R to scale in, and we'll just push it in like so. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we can do here. Okay. So next we're going to take our standard Lambert material. Actually, before we do that, select this guy, object mode, select it, edit, delete by type, history, modify freeze transformations. We still need to tweak our elevator bars. Okay, these guys. So we're going to mesh and separate. And we're going to take these two, right click vertex, and we're going to pull them up. Until we are right there. There we go. And I can do the same down here. Take these two guys, mesh combine, right click vertex, drag select those. Have to zoom in. Right there. Not bad. And now let's apply some materials. Okay. So I'm going to go to that face right here. That's my standard Lambert. Let's change that color to white. Let's see how that looks. Okay, and we'll add just a little bit of detail left and right. What we'll do is just to have these elevator elements pop. I'm just going to take these and these, assign new material, MIA material, presets, Chrome, replace. And let's take these faces here, right click face. Assign new material, MIA, and replace. Okay. We'll add a little detail to the roof down here. So we're gonna take, I'm just gonna hit 4 so I can see what's going on. So these right there, hit 5, right click assign new material, Lambert. Actually, let's do a blend and we'll make that black. There we go. Any other details we need to do? I mean, this is not going to be a full texturing tutorial, but okay. So that's what we got. All right. What's going on with these guys up here? Did we get those? Yeah, it looks like. I think so anyway. Let's see. Yeah, they're white as well. Okay. So we're going to create a ground plane. I'm just going to drag that out. Make sure our entire set is on the grid line, and it is. So now we are going to go to our render settings, go to mental ray, indirect lighting. We're going to use physical sun and sky. We're going to set up global illumination and final gathering for the shadow reflections that come from other surfaces, if you will. Quality tab. This is nice for a quick render, but we're going to do a final render. So we're going to go to 1.5 just to bump up that a little bit. Ray trace shadows, they're on. So we should have some good shadows. And in our common tab, we're going to set the size of our rendered image to HD 1080. Now I'm going to go to Window Outliner because I just set up my physical sun, which is right here. And I want to tweak that a little bit. So I'm going to pull that up. Now for this sun, it doesn't really matter where you move that. There's no effect on the sun. I'll show you. I'll just hit 7 on my keyboard. You can see that there's no effect there. However, if I hit E and I rotate it, there is a huge effect. Okay, so we're going to position it at an angle. Let's do this right here. Let's see if we can find a cool angle for our render. Okay, we're just going to scale in our ground plane a little bit to get a bit better angle to our building. We're gonna set up our render window. I'm just trying to figure out what the best angle is. Maybe rotate that a little bit. Let's give that a try. So we can now scale this guy out again. And I'm going to do a quick render, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, I just stopped the render. We need to tweak this a little bit because it just looks a little bit plain. Okay, so we're gonna right-click. We're gonna assign the material on the floor plan. Let's do a Fong E so we can get some reflection, and we'll make that black. Okay, and I'm gonna go to my render settings, indirect lighting, and I'm going to create a I'm going to turn off my physical sun and sky, and I'm going to use image-based lighting and an additional directional light. Okay, so image-based lighting. I'm going to go and find a nice HDRI image that we can use, and I got a number of skies here. Let's see what we got with this one. This one's quite big, but nevertheless cool. And then we're going to go and create a light, directional light. And this kind of acts like a sun to some extent. So we're going to pull that over here, pull that up. Let's rotate that. And hopefully we have enough light in our scene so it still looks okay. We're going to select our ground plane. We're going to scale that out so everything we render is okay. And let's give this another go. See you guys in a sec. Right, guys, well, I swiveled a little bit around with the view for the render because it's kind of tricky to get a nice view. And obviously, you can go nuts on this thing, right? You can add detail, textures, ambient occlusion, all that great stuff, okay? This is just to get you on your way to create something different, all right? Cool. Thanks for watching, you guys, and love to see you guys again. Bye.